Good morning, everyone. Good morning, leaders. Good morning, partners. It's great to have everybody here today. It's great to have you all. This an exceptional night today. We have a very special guest tonight that is going to take us on our main session today, which our topic says the psychology of business. Thank you for joining us. So we have our special guest today in person of GILBERT UTEH, who is going to take us on the psychology of business, after which we'll have Adaoji taking us on the wealth plan of Longbridge. But before then, I'll share a brief profile of his.
Introducing Mr. GILBERT UTEH. Mr. GILBERT UTEH is an ICT professional and management consultant with over 20 years of service experience in oil and gas, banks, and telecommunication sectors of the economy, covering engineering, sales, and marketing and business development. He is a graduate of electrical engineering from the University of Lagos and has an MBA. He has attended various management courses home and abroad and is an alumnus of Lagos Business School, now Pan-African University. His passion is in the area of entrepreneurship, strategy, management consulting, critical thinking, and decision making. He is presently the CEO of Vanweight Nigeria Limited and a network marketing partner with the Longbridge Bioscience International. He is happily married to Reverend Mrs. Oluwayomi UTEH, his beautiful wife of 27 years and blessed with Lady Jessica. Let's make a resounding welcome to Mr. GILBERT UTEH.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir. It's good to have you. Thank you. So the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Seton. First of all, let me appreciate the leadership of the CIG, all the star directors, particularly 3-star director Emma Eduru and his lovely wife, 2-star director Emanuela Eduru, and other star directors in the group. Thank you for having me. I'm so sure that this setup is by Mr. Seton and Sajiri, but God will help me. So tonight we'll be looking at the psychology of business. And the approach I want to take, even though I won't cover the whole thing that is here, psychology, if you go to the university, psychology is looked at and addressed as a behavioral science in the business community. It simply means that our attitude and behavior around business. So when Mr. Seton gave me this topic, I was like, are we going back to school or what? Well, God will help me. God will help me. So we're going to look at our current business landscape, look at self-examination, entrepreneurial mindset because of the kind of people I'm dealing with tonight, and how we can build and deploy. But I stumbled upon a poem or a saying, and I'll read it out to you. In the light of our current situation, it goes this way: tough times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. Weak men create tough times. Let's learn to raise warriors. So tonight, we want to raise warriors. The last 2 years have been particularly tough for the entire world because of the pandemic. And two things that have come out of the pandemic in the English vocabulary is disruption and new normal. Simply put, you cannot, all the challenges we've had in different sectors of life, in different areas of life in the last 2 years, going forward, whatever stands before us must be engaged with a new set of thinking, a new set of skills and competencies, a new set of engagements. That's what it simply means. Going forward, you cannot be doing, it is said that it's only a madman or is insanity if we're doing something over and over and over again and expecting a different result. It's only insanity. So how do we engage? It must be different. We must upscale. We must get new skills. We must change our way of thinking. Psychology simply means when you focus on a problem, you will have more problems. But when you focus on the possibilities, in spite of the problems around you, you have more opportunities. So we've talked about the pandemic and all things. People just have become so lackadaisical and giving up and thrown their hands in the air. All they do, wake up in the morning, have their breakfast, drive to work, spend 8-9 hours, come back home in the night after a long, boring time in traffic, and wait for the weekend and repeat the whole thing for another 40 years. Who wants to live like that? No future ambition, nothing engaging. We don't want to live our life like that. And more particularly, if you are involved in business, if you have a goal that you are stretching yourself to attain to, then you must be doing something different. You cannot just be thinking the way you were thinking before. Now, God did not create anybody to be valueless. For the people that are religious, the Holy Book says the master gave some 5 talents, another one 2 talents, another one 1 talent. There is nowhere in the Holy Book that the master gave 0 to. Everybody has a talent. And so, what are you doing with your talent? How are you making your talent of value? Have you discovered your passion? Now, if you look at this chart that I put up here, you will notice that in one way or the other, your passion is connected to your profession, is connected to your mission, is connected to your vocation. Now, this in the same way, this can be translated into business. How do you do that? That small gift that you have, that goal that you have, how are you translating it into something of value that people can pay for? And you now manage this value. You manage the revenue coming in. You multiply it. That is what is called business. Listen to me and listen good. Your products and your services is not your business. Your business is to offer value that people pay for. That way, you can make an impact in people's life. Now, back in the day, I remember very well when we were growing up, there are some comedians, Papi Luwe, Zebrudaya, and the likes like that. For the older generation, you remember these people. No parents want their children to become Zebrudaya, even though they love his jokes and his comedy. But fast forward 20 years, 30 years after, look at Ali Baba, also a comedian. Look at Mr. Ibu, who looks stupid and foolish, yet is making that talent, is converting that talent into money. What are you converting to money? And how are you converting it? That is the psychology of business. Where you are today is a product of your decision. And I want to say that whatever you do, there are three classes of people in this life. Which one do you fall into? Those who don't know what they want to, they would like to do. That's one category of people. Those who know what they would like to do, but don't do it. That's the second set of people. Those who know what they would like to do and do it. So the first person does not even know what he wants to do. He has no direction. You'll ask him, what do you, him or her, what do you want to achieve in life? I want to be rich. That's the general answer. I want to be rich. I want to get married. I want to have children. I want to have my own house. End of discussion. How do you intend to attain this? I'll go to school. After school, I get a good job. That person is not going anywhere. Category number two, those who know what they would like to do, but don't do it. They have the skill to do what they want to do, but fear and procrastination has garaged them. Society has helped them to become enslaved in their own mind. And the third set of people who, in spite of whatever the challenges is around them, they push themselves, they learn the required skills, they put themselves outside, they go sell their skills, they go sell themselves to the world and monetize it and become whatever they want to become. These are the three sets of people. Where do you fall into? As an entrepreneur, have you asked yourself, in the last 2 years that the pandemic has been going on, what have I been doing that I need to change? What do I need to do differently? What is it? Number two, what is it that I need to do that I was not doing before in my business? Number three, what is it in my business that I'm doing very well that I need to improve on? Three questions you need to ask yourself. The Holy Book says, he that compares himself with himself is not wise. So you compare yourself with the best outside. Who am I even competing with? Who are the biggest players? What are they doing well that I'm not doing? What are they not doing that I can do? What is it that they are doing that I can even do better? As a businessman, you need to ask yourself these things. Then you write them down, build a plan around it, and work it out until you achieve results. Listen, your life does not get better by chance. We are talking business now. Business does not happen by chance. It gets better by change. It gets better by what? By change. And as a businessman or an entrepreneur, change comes on three platforms. What thing of value are you exchanging for money? 2, what is the size of your market? 3, how many repeat purchase can you get for your business? Are people willing to pay for this value? Is this value solving somebody's problem? Because business in essence is solving somebody else's problem and making money from it. So if you can change in these 4 areas, then you are on the right track. Then you can now begin to grind out your plan as you go on. Listen, the road to success is not a smooth one at all. There are bends, there are twists, there are potholes, there are all kinds. But like the Holy Book says, fall down 7 times, rise up again, and keep moving. The strongest factor in any successful venture is your self-esteem. Do you believe you can do it? Do you believe you deserve it? Do you believe you can get it? Unfortunately, my screen. Now. I'm back now. How many more minutes do I have?
You got 15
about 10
minutes
more. About 10 minutes more.
Yeah, 15 minutes more.
15 minutes more. Okay. All right.
Yes.
So let us talk about an entrepreneurial mindset. Some entrepreneurs think, how can I make a lot of money? But the better way to look at it is not about the money you are making. It's about the impact you are making. This quotation is by Richard Branson, the owners of Virgin. He says, some entrepreneurs think, how can I make a lot of money? But the better way is to think, how can I make people live people's lives a lot better? If you can get it right, the money will come. So the driving force is not the money. And this is some of the mistakes that a lot of entrepreneurs make. Number one, they don't have a plan. Or they don't even know how to manage personal money and business money. Or they think it is a lottery. You dump in money today and without doing anything, you get a lot of money the next day. This is not lottery. Or they just think that business is hiring a flat and employing 10 people and just think that that's the way business is run. No. They don't even know what their customers need. I'm trying to sell this thing to this customer. Does this man really, or this person really need this thing that I'm pitching for him or her? Or they look at, Mr. Seton is doing his business this way. Let me copy him. You don't know why he's doing it that way. And you are copying hook, line, and sinker. They don't have a passion whatsoever. Well, since Mr. A is doing it, okay, let me also try it. Everybody is doing Uber, so let me also do Uber. So they just jump into it, and so on, and so on, and so on. Now, there are 4 types of wealth. Physical wealth is the number 1, where you take care of yourself and you're healthy from head to toe. The next wealth is financial wealth, because you are selling value to get in exchange for revenue. The next thing is that as you are getting financially wealthy, your social status increases because you are servicing a lot of people. Then finally, it comes to a time when your money begins to work for you. When you come to that state, what I've done here is to invert Robert Kiyosaki's quadrant. When you come to the time where your money is working for you, you have time freedom. That is truly when you are rich. Now, how do we start a business? I'll give you 4 examples, well-known examples. Everybody knows Google. How was Google started? Somebody asked a question. I need instant access to information. How do I get it? And 2 boys were like, okay, let's write a program for it. And that's how Google was formed. And they shared it amongst their friends. Today, it has become global. The owners of Uber sat down one day and said, I don't like taking public transport. Why can I just sit down? Is it not possible for me to sit down in my house and order for a cab? And the business started from there. Amazon, must I go to that mall and just be mingling in all the crowd and everything? Why can't I go online and order for this thing and it's brought to my house? A business came out of it. It started by selling books, mind you. Netflix, must I go to the movies? What are you selling? And how can you make a business of it. I have told you earlier on, it is not your product or service that is the business. It is the value that you are selling. From this, for example, I hope I'm making it clearer to you. Now, in the network marketing space, you build a team. Okay? You build what? A team. This is the general outlook of any team, anywhere. These 4 classes of people you will find in your team. The first class of people that have employee mindsets. If I register today, how much will I be paid every month? Because they are used to their monthly injection called salary. You find this set of people in your team. The second set of people, the lazy mindset people. If I pay you now for the registration, will you be putting people under me? I just sit down. You know you're my upline. You just be populating my team for me. I'm sure most of you have encountered people like that. Number 3, set of people that you will find in your team. I'm bringing this up for you to know, to show you how you can, as an entrepreneur, you can also be a people manager. Because of time, I won't be able to go into that, but I need to highlight this. Number 3, the gambler mindset. These people will ask you, upline, if I register now, how much do I get back? They think it is MMM. They just want to throw money into it, and you should be able to tell them, you bring this amount of money back. And the last set of people, those that have entrepreneurial mindsets. People that will say to you, sir, what are the processes for building this business? What are the processes to follow diligently in order to become successful in it? Those are the last set of people. If you have this set of people in your business, then you need to apply the 80-20 principle. You give 80% of your time and effort and things to the category 4 and spend less time, 20% on 1 and 2 and 3. Now, here's the truth. One thing that kills a lot of business owners is their habits. Millionaires are millionaires because of their habits. It doesn't mean that they don't fail. It doesn't mean they don't make mistakes. It doesn't mean that they don't have setbacks. But whatever it is, they keep telling themselves, I can still go forward. I can still improve in this thing. How many of you have heard the phrase, practice makes perfect? I'm sure most of you have heard about that phrase. Practice, practice, practice until you are perfect. Is that not so? No. The right thing is practice, practice, practice until you improve. You keep improving as you are practicing. You keep getting better and better and better and better. Nobody ever comes to perfection. We are all work in progress. And so whatever venture you find yourself, either big or small, as long as you discipline yourself and focus on your goal in that business that you are engaged in, you will definitely turn out well. Have you ever wondered why the Olympics is going on now? The Winter Olympics is going on now. Have you ever wondered why either the Summer Olympics or the Winter Olympics, why athletes will train for 4 years for a 100-meter race of less than 10 seconds? And yet they will train for 4 years, some for 8 years, for an event, one-time event. How long have you been training? Now I'm talking about personal development now. In what way are you developing yourself? What new skill have you gotten in this new normal? What new competencies have you developed? How have you thought of scaling your business? In what way are you thinking of engaging your customers? Different from harassing them with products. Self-value. Self-value. I'm beginning to round up now. Look, there's money in your mind, if only you know where to mine. The problem you solve can give you money. The talents and the skill you have can give you money. And the people around you also have your money in their pockets. Go after it. If you try something, you risk failure. If you don't, you ensure failure. So why don't you just risk it and keep going? Keep pushing. Keep trying your best. Keep looking for ways of breaking through into the markets. And I leave you with this. I'm only interested in hearing about your problem once. Our next conversation has to be about solutions. Thank you. I am done.
Wow. 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 So much nuggets in just these few minutes you used, sir. I don't even know how to just put it. You are too loaded for these few minutes to, it couldn't contain you. Well, we know that you actually manage the time, sir. Thanks so much. The chat is just popping up with different emojis. Wow. So I would just want you to ask your question. I don't want to deprive anybody this night. So you can unmute yourself now.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Sir,
go ahead with your question.
Okay. He said something like, don't copy what someone do to succeed, ba. So my question is that what if you see your upline are doing something good that can help you? Can you also go ahead and do it?
All right. Thank you. Is that your question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That one is straightforward. Your upline is impacting knowledge. That one is not copy. Your upline is showing the road, showing you the way. He has gone ahead of you. He knows where the stones are placed for you to walk on water. He's only showing you the way. So you're only copying what is tested and tried. This is different from what you don't even know how you even got there. You know the story of your upline. You know how he got there. You know how she got there. And from the weekly CIG meetings, they come here, educate you, tell you what to do from time to time, and you just duplicate. That is so different. I'm talking about a situation where you have no clue about the business the person is into. You've not done your research how the business works. You just feel that, okay, Uber is making money. My neighbor also is in the business and is doing the business. He seems to be making some money. Let me also go and buy a vehicle. And you burn your finger. That is copy. I hope I answered your question.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right. I'll take Victor. Oh, he dropped his hand already. Okay, he's still there. Okay, I'll take Victor Adikpe. Can you unmute yourself?
Okay. Hello. Hello. But then the timing is very, very short. So I'm just going to make a request if we can have more of this session, especially for this particular topic.
All right. That one is noted. That one is noted. Thank you so much.
I'm sure the replay will be in the CIG platform, so you can always listen to it over and over again.
Now, if you are yet to subscribe on our YouTube channel, Long Read CIG, go to YouTube, Long Read CIG, click on the like button, subscribe, and click on the notification button to get notified when we upload our videos. Sir, I want to ask you this, sir. Now, from your experience, you've had over 20 years experience in all this business, consulting, oil and gas, banks, and we've had various things you've done in the economy, even to the extent of ICT. Now, in this your experiences, then is network marketing really a true route to kind of wealth creation?
You know, thankfully for me, I went the whole 9 yards, the whole length in the corporate world before I came into networking. And I can tell you unequivocally, without batting or mixing words, you cannot be richer than your employer. That's number one. The day you leave the job, or you are fired, or you retire, you go home with a presidential handshake and nothing more. In the olden days, they give them retirement benefits. Now there's no retirement benefits. HR has changed. They just give you a handshake. Thank you for serving us. Goodbye. Now, but in network marketing, you can get to a ripe old age and still be earning. You can build around so many income generating revenues streams that is not possible in the corporate world. In the corporate world, you are just a singular being working from 9 to 5 for a one-time pay. In network marketing, you're open to multiple streams of income. It is not the best, but it's a sure way of getting wealthy.
Wow.
You can be rich in
Thank you
corporate
so much,
world,
sir.
but you cannot be wealthy.
Wow. Now let's, because from the types of the mindset, we talked about the employee mindset, we talked about the lazy mindset, we talked about the gambler mindset, and talked about the employee, the entrepreneurial mindset. Now, when one has a gambler mindset, or employee mindset, or lazy mindset, occupying about 85% of one team members. Now, what is your advice for such in taking the lead for their team?
The same thing CIG is doing now is my advice. You need to, on a regular basis, train them to do what? To change their mindset. On a regular basis, to remove that negative mindset that they have, because they've grown with it over time. It's not a one hit fix it all, because they've grown with it over time. It will take time. And at the same time, I won't advise that you throw them away. No. You need to engage them regularly. 2-3 times, like CIG is doing that every week. Training them. The first training is renew your mind. Renew your mind. Change your mindset. This is the true way. Like the pastor will say, this is the way of life. Follow it. That's the only way you can change them.
Wow. Well, I just want to wrap up with this and kind of make you to expatiate a bit on this, because you didn't actually talk much about it before. You were talking about even change, that we should not be stagnant. We try to improve ourselves, like personal development and all that. You even asked the question of what is the thing, what thing of value do we actually have, and what could be the size of our markets, then what repeat purchases you make and all that. Now, my question is this: can you just expatiate how one can broaden his sights or his focus to have a larger market, to know the size of the market?
Okay, I'll give you this example. For instance, you are catering. You cook food for a small company of, say, 20 people or 50 people. Every lunchtime, you take food to the place and they buy from you, okay? What stops you from saying, okay, since they are buying lunch from me, why don't I package something in the morning, snacky, that they can take in the morning? Why can't I add soft drink to it? Don't forget, you started with just lunch pack.
Yeah.
Now you have added breakfast. Now you have added drinks. Your business is growing. That's the way you should think. If your customer is only coming to buy only once and never come back again, you don't have a business yet. Your business should be turning over. There's a different, let me give you this example. Toyota and Lamborghini, Toyota and Rolls-Royce. How many of you know Rolls-Royce? How many of you know Toyota? How many people buy Toyota in a year in Nigeria? Uncountable. How many people buy Rolls-Royce in a year in Nigeria? A handful. Do you see Toyota adverts on your TV and radio every time and on the road? Yes. Toyota is always advertising because it's mass market. Rolls-Royce is not mass market. Rolls-Royce does not go to their customer. Their customer come to them. Your business for now is to reach as many as big mass markets as you can for now, until you become settled, such that
grounded.
you don't need to go out again. They now begin to look for you. At this time, you are the one turning people back. I have enough. That's the difference.
Wow. Wow. It's so good. It's so fascinating to get from your wealth of knowledge this evening. Thank you so much, sir, Mr. GILBERT, for coming to do this for us. I want to get like a promissory note that you are going to come back. It may not be now. We know you are a very busy person, but please promise on the general platform now that you will be back in no distant time.
Your wish is my command.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
1 second before you go, I'm going to call on the chief servant of CIG in person of Emmanuel Eduru. Is the author of the book Made in Worry, and is the founder of Emmanuel Eduru Foundation as well. He got some things to say to us. You're welcome, boss.
Thank you, Seton. Simply,
you have come to another master class today.
I appreciate the wonderful work you guys are doing, the entire CIG Sunday night live crew. But today is a different day. Let me use it to appreciate our guest speaker, a very, very, I would say, an experienced consultant in the business field. Why his own experience is very, very critical to our growth in CIG is because he has experienced both sides. He was an employee, he was an executive manager, he has seen the top, the middle, the beginning in the corporate world. Then as a consultant, he has also seen that aspect. Now in MLM, he has also seen a little. And I pick just 3 things from there. God help us. You cannot be richer than your employer. I froze because I have never worked for salary before. You cannot be richer than your employer. I believe this is a message for every salary earner. I am not saying go and resign tomorrow. Please, that is not what I'm saying. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. It means before you leave or retire from your job, start preparing for your retirement by yourself. Don't wait for your company to prepare retirement for you, because what I am now hearing is it is a handshake for meritorious service. May God deliver us. Initially, we thought it was wall clock and television. Now it's a handshake. God help us. Network marketing is not the best, because if you are looking for the best, it's the least to choose from. But it is a sure way to wealth. I am a living testimony. I am a living testimony. I have done several businesses in my life. Though I have not worked in the corporate world, I don't know how it is to work and wait for salary, but I have done different types of businesses. This is the first, money meets money, and still keep meeting money. And again, inside the business, so many routes to make money. Just one business I'm doing, it is opening many doors and also allowing me to, develop myself. He just said everything that everybody should take home for today. If you are a salary earner, don't rely on your pension. Start preparing it now. Start building it now. Start investing in passive income streams. It will sure help you. Don't wait for that meritorious handshake. Don't allow the problems, because when he said it is not the best, yes, because it has too many challenges. It is a miscrowd business. It is something that it is too in worry balance. I'm a worry boy, so please allow me to use it. It is too yama. Everything is just like this, like that. But it is in that, like this, like that, things are happening. The gold mining process is not what some people would like to see. If they see it, they will see gold as nothing. But when they bring it out and clean it up, you will know what gold truly is. But the process of getting gold, it is too terrible. It is too tedious. It is too nasty. I want to appreciate our speaker, Deacon Gilbert UTEH. He happens to be my senior uncle. And I'm so happy to have him around today. I didn't want to show up today before because I've been so busy and all that, preparing for different presentations. I was sleeping, so let me rest a little. And something just made me trip into the meeting. I was hearing fire, back, from beginning to end. I said, no, this one I have to look at it and listen. I like learning. I love learning every day. In fact, learning has become my hobby. It's one of my hobbies now, to learn. To learn something new every day. I told myself in December last year that every day of 2022, I will impart knowledge on air, live, either Instagram or Facebook, every day from the beginning of the year to the last day. I have not failed one day. I say, God help me. It is a target. By the end of the year, if I can achieve that, definitely I would have also helped some people along the line. These are some personal targets. So, Uncle, I'm very happy. I wish I heard them saying, but I don't know, we may likely have extension next week. Well, we're not going to say next 3 weeks or 4 weeks, but I think next week, we will still need you to still do some justice to some of these things, because when experienced people talk, they are authority in the field. We all are learning. We may be fortunate because we remain resilient to the storm. But nevertheless, we still need more of us to grow. And that is exactly what we think we will need you for next week, to give us a part 2, while we will be waiting for Knox to Nuggets to come and crown it before the end of the month. So we are pleased to have you today. We enjoyed all that you have given. This year is going to be back-to-back fire. We are not going to spare, because when the storm is on, the pilot will say, everybody fasten your seatbelt. If you are moving before, sit down. We are going to face this headlong, and we will come out stronger by the grace of God. Thank God we are not getting more super fire weapons to handle the situation. The situation is ignorance is staring at our face, trying to rob us of what belongs to us. And we know what to use to fight ignorance, education. So, sir, thank you very much. This is a great work. In fact, today is a good day. You made my day for me and for every of the CIG members that is present. Thank you very much. This will go a long way to show us that, yes, we may be down today, but we are not out. We are going to gather enough strength and we'll keep moving on in the journey. Thank you, sir, and God bless you. Thank you, everyone.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you for thanking us. Wow. Please, one of the things that struck me when he said it, please note it if it skipped you, was that there is money in your mind if you know where to mind. So don't mind another person's business, mind your own business. But it has been said, no longer distance time. So next week, Psychology of Business Part 2. Thank you so much, Mr. GILBERT. God bless you, sir. So stick around. We don't know, maybe we may have questions for you towards the end. Thank you so much, sir. So in a few minutes, we got another elegant lady, Adachi Dioji, who will be giving us the compensation plan. You're welcome, boss lady.
Thank you, sir.
So I'll share the screen for you.
As we do greet, good morning, everyone. This is Adojo once again. Without wasting much time, we want to go straight to our compensation plan. So in Long Reach, we have 10 ways to earn money in Long Reach. And these 10 ways include the retail profits, the fast start bonus, the performance bonus, development bonus, the leadership bonus, repeat order, travel, car, house bonus, and educational bonus, scholarship, sorry. Now, and actually we're gonna use like Nigeria as an example on our entry levels. So if you look at this, you see that the entry level we have from starter combo, I'm reading from down up. The starter combo, the Q silver, we have the silver, gold, platinum, and VIP. Each of them has a certain number of PV that is required for you to join us. In Long Reach, it's not just all about you coming and running about doing business. It's just you have a code with the company. In case you need a product, get it with your code. That's just the simple part of it. Switch your brand, okay? So the smallest part of it is the starter combo, which just 4 PV already products that are selected. If you don't want to start with the starter combo, you can start off with the Q Silver. That's 60 PV. We have the Silver 120 PV. We have the Gold 240, Platinum 720, the VIP 1,680. It must not be exactly this number of PVs. It can be a little higher. All right, but just know that it has to be up to, like Q Silver, it has to be up to 60 for you to become a Q Silver. Now, the amounts involved also, their estimated figures. It does not mean that it must be exactly the value you are seeing here, except the starter combo, which is 14,000 Naira. Remember, I said they are already pre-selected products. Then for Q Silver, you require about 45,000. For silver, you have about 90,000. For gold, 180,000. For platinum, 500,000. And for VIP, 1,200. Could be just product that you want to use. Must not go to sell them. All right. Then looking at the weekly bonuses, the one we have here is just one out of the 10 bonuses, which is the performance bonus. As a starter, there is no percentage there. The amount is already fixed. For Q Silver, you earn 8%, the performance bonus out of the activities under you weekly. For silver, same 8%. For gold, we have 10%. For platinum, we have 12%. And for VIP, is 12%. Plus 1% global sales. And we always try to let people know that the global sales we are talking about here, like some people will say shares, is not as if the one you do in bank. Rather, all the sales in a week, as in under you, the activities under you, the Long Reach shares it to all the VIP members according to activities under you. So you get 1% global shares. Now, looking at this down, maximum of 3 legs, what you are required. meaning that you cannot have more than 3 legs directly under you. I always like to stress that, directly under you. That does not mean you cannot have more than 3 legs under you, because some will say, so once I get 3 people, that means language will not be paying me. No. Once you have your 3 people, you teach those 3 people to also do the same thing that you did by letting them to get their 3s also. That's why it's called network marketing. You net and then you work. All right. Then the business structure, looking at it here, is well explained. The leg 1, the leg 2, the leg 3. So you help these 3 people also to recruit their 3s. And this is how it keeps spreading. All right. Now, the entry levels for different countries, we can see here, this is for United Kingdom. All the qualifications, that's the PVs, the amount, everything remains the same. The United States of America, can see everything remains the same. Kenya, the same thing. The Ghana here, the same thing. The only thing that is different is the currencies. You can see the Liberia, the PVs, the entry levels are the same. Okay, the same thing is expected everywhere. Malawi, same thing here. Long Reach is the same wherever you go. Everything we apply is same. Cameroon, can see it here. The same. Zambia, okay, the rich pack, and then up to the platinum, everything remains maximum of 3 directly under you. They help your downlines to bring people in. You don't just do and you leave them. This is for Italy, all right? You put them through so that they will know what you know. Don't just recruit them and dump them. Teach them what you know. Teach them what you have done for you to be able to get where you are. That's what it is. So we're not going deep into the something I just explained. Sorry about that. It's just for you to know what it's like. So for you to know more, whoever that has invited you to this meeting, please try to get back to the person for the person to explain deeper than what we just did. Sorry, the time is up, and say thank you, Mr. Seton.
Thank you, boss lady. All those long, rich, clean ladies. Say, no spots. Like you carry eraser, do your face well, clean everything. Thank you so much, boss lady, for doing that. And once again, thank you to Mr. Gilbert UTEH for taking us on the masterclass this evening. Thank you so much. Join us again next week.